My fellow Vitae friends, October 18th is for many of you a day of celebration, and especially for me, as it marks my birthday. Last year, we have celebrated this event with joy, brotherhood, and a lot of emotions have been involved. I wasn't moved in a long time as I was then, for I have witnessed the fact that we are a Vitae family, and we rise and fall together as one people and as one team. It is an emotional moment for me today again, as we haven't seen each other in more than 4 months after the incident occurred on June 22nd. The birthday wishes I got this year, everyone without exception, showing their support in Vitae and in myself, a movement of a people who are dedicated to the cause and mission, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. We are Vitae. Today, I'm coming with a message of positivity, strength, commitment, determination, motivation, but most importantly, our greatest vision ever. Although I haven't been in touch with you in the past few months, you were in my heart and mind all the time. I'm also fully aware of the actions you took for us personally and for the company, and I really appreciate your loyalty and dedication. Our journey has many firsts and many stories that will be told for generations. But one that's on my mind today is about a woman who told her story to her grandchild. She was a lot like all the women of her generation, except for one thing. She was my grandmother. She was born in 1925. She lived in Berlin when the Nazis came to power, and she personally witnessed the Kristallnacht. She suffered the horrors of the Holocaust and saw the worst of mankind when there's no equal justice and morale in a democratic way. She lived through the entire World War II in pain and suffering, but she always kept her dignity. She never forgot where she came from and who she belongs to. She never ever broke any of her principles, even when it meant to literally die of starvation, as she didn't want to eat something that is not kosher. In her darkest and coldest hours, she kept strong and loyal to her beliefs and constantly reminded herself that she will overcome. She eventually rose from the ashes and rebuilt a beautiful family and lived happily till the age of 90, where she witnessed children and grandchildren building their own families. She always taught us to never give up and to never lose your honesty and dignity, no matter how much you're being challenged. At the same time, she preached to never forget the horrors she went through. This is a nature that I inherited from her, to never give up. And the more you are being tested and challenged, the more you should fight and continue, and eventually you will prevail even against all the odds. I won't go into details what we went through in the last few months, but I can assure you that the way that the people involved have been and still are treated in this investigation is beyond something I would ever imagine from a democratic country. It is unfair, corrupt, and against all human rights. But there's one thing for sure. It doesn't matter how hard it is or how hard it will get. I won't give up even for a second. I won't rest until our innocence will be proven and shown, and I'm gonna make it. There's nothing more unfair with an investigation with a predetermined outcome or point of view. If people are not presumed innocent until proven otherwise, what good does a democratic system even serve? There's nothing more sacred in a functioning democracy than the right for free speech, privacy, and the right to legally defend yourself. Our members strongly believe that they are victims of the investigation and are loyal to us all the way, and for that, we are in debt of gratitude. The truth is, We are all victims of this, but this story will make us victors. If there is anything I have learned of this situation, is to fight all the way until we win. Because this is our last chance to have our freedom back, to reclaim our democracy, and to fight for what is right. I have never been more optimistic about Vitae's vision than I am today. I know that we will conquer this vision with pride and overwhelming support. And who knows, if this circumstance and challenge hasn't been put in our way by the Lord Almighty to see if we are ready indeed, worthy of the cause to grow global prosperity. And while she's not here, I know my grandmother is watching me from heaven, and she is so proud of her legacy. Never forgive, never forget, and never ever give up. My message to you tonight is very simple. I will stand up for you. I will fight for you. And with God's help, I will win for you. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.